Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Chelsea Ray and I do just about anything on my channel. Today is Tuesday, so that means it is time for a paranormal mystery. So if you are new, please, if you enjoy my content, hit that subscribe button and give that little bell a tickle so you'll receive notifications whenever I upload new videos. All right, so let's jump into this paranormal mystery. In Minnesota's North Woods, in the Great Lake region and the central regions of Canada, is said to live a malevolent creature known as the Wendigo. This creature may appear as a monster with human characteristics, or as a spirit who possessed a human and made them monster-like. They are said to be cannibalistic murderers with an insatiable greed, and it's known by several names, the Wendigo being one, which every name it has translate roughly to the evil spirit that devours mankind. This creature has been known among many Native American tribes, and they all describe the Wendigo as a giant that is many times bigger than a human being. Although many of the descriptions vary from tribe to tribe, the main thing they have in common is that it is a malevolent, cannibalistic, supernatural being that is associated with the winter, the north, the cold, and starvation. One native tribe legend describes the Wendigo as a creature with a heart of ice. It has a skeletal and deformed body with its toes and its lips missing. The Ojibwe tribe describes the Wendigo as a large creature as tall as a tree, missing its lips and has jagged teeth. It hisses, and the footprints that follow it was filled with blood. It has ate many men and women who entered its territory. Sometimes they choose to possess a person, and then they would become a Wendigo too, hunting the people they loved and feasting upon their flesh. According to legends, a Wendigo is created when a human resorts to cannibalism as a way to survive. This occurred more in the past whenever Native Americans and settlers would find themselves trapped in the snow, sometimes for days at a time, and they would feel compelled to do nothing but cannibalize the dead. Other versions of this legend say that humans who display gluttony and extreme greed in excess might also be possessed by a Wendigo. Some versions of the legend describe a 15-foot giant that had once been a human, but had been transformed into a creature by magic. Though all the description of the creature varied, the Wendigo is said to have glowing eyes, long yellowed fangs, terrible claws, and really long tongues. Sometimes they have yellow skin, and other times they have matted hair. They are said to have many skills and powers. This includes stealth. They are near perfect hunters, and they are also said to know and use every inch of their territory, and they can also control the weather through dark magic. They are said to be cursed to the land for eternity, seeking to fulfill their appetite for human flesh. It's said if they do not find any food, then they will starve. The legend lends its name to the disputed modern medical term Wendigo psychosis. Some psychiatrists consider it a syndrome that causes an intense craving for human flesh and a fear of becoming a cannibal. Ironically, this occurs within people around the Great Lakes of the US and Canada. Now, like I said before, this usually only occurs in the wintertime whenever individuals are isolated by snow and ice for long periods of time. Some symptoms are poor appetite, nausea, and vomiting. The individual will develop a delusion of being turned into a Wendigo. Now, whenever someone has this Wendigo psychosis, they will see everyone around them as edible. And at the exact same time, they will have this extreme fear of becoming a cannibal. The most common response whenever a person showed signs of Wendigo psychosis was to take them to a native healer. If attempts to heal them were unsuccessful, then the individual was then executed. Now, this psychosis dates back hundreds of years ago. One documented case occurred in 1878 when a Plain Cree trapper from Alberta named Swift Runner suffered one of the worst cases of Wendigo psychosis. He was a trader with the Hudson Bay Company. He was married and a father of 6. During the winter of 1878 and 79, Swift Runner and his family were starving along with many other families. His oldest son was the first to pass away from starvation. During this, at some point, Swift Runner succumbed to the Wendigo psychosis. Though emergency food and supplies was about 21 miles away, Swift Runner did not make that journey. Instead, he killed the remaining members of his family and consumed them. Now, he eventually confessed to this and was executed by authorities. Another Wendigo appearance was in the late 1800s and the 1920s in northern Minnesota. Each time it was reported an unexpected death would occur. Another well-known case that included the Wendigo psychosis was of Jack Fiddler. He was a tribe chief and a medicine man known for his power at defeating Wendigos. He claimed to have defeated 14 Wendigos in his lifetime. He said some of these creatures were sent by enemies, and the others were part of his tribe who had been taken with an incurable desire to eat human flesh. Usually, families asked Fiddler to kill sick family members before they would turn into Wendigos. Fiddler's brother was eventually killed after turning into a Wendigo when food ran out on a trading expedition in 1907. Fiddler and his other brother Joseph were eventually arrested and tried for murder. Jack Fiddler eventually committed suicide, and Joseph was tried and sentenced to life in prison. He was eventually pardoned, but died in prison before he received the news of that pardon. Cases of this Wendigo psychosis has decreased so much in the 20th century, ever since the Native Americans have came in contact with Western ideologies. That doesn't mean that the Wendigo is still not around. Sightings still occur, especially in northern Ontario, near the cave of the Wendigo, where traders have tracked and attempted to trap this creature. Some believe that the Wendigo still roams the woods and prairies of northern Minnesota. Many have given Kenora, Ontario, Canada, the name Wendigo, capital of the world. Sightings in this area still continue to this day. But that's it on the Wendigo. I have been wanting to do this one for a little while. Obviously, Wendigos are real since cannibalism is a real thing, sadly, in some areas. Have you guys ever spotted an actual Wendigo or seen signs of Wendigo psychosis or anything? Let me know below in the comment section. But until next time, my lovely people, remember, next Tuesday, I will have another paranormal mystery waiting for you guys. If you like this makeup look out for Friday, because I will have it posted on Friday for you. But until next time, my lovely spooky family, be you, love yourself, and stay spooky. And I'll see you next time. Bye.